Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and this is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, the music podcast on where I interview singers and musicians from genres of black music: gospel, jazz, blues, old school classic soul, old school hip hop, today's hip hop and R&B, Caribbean, Latin, Afrobeat, Afro-Latina, blue-eyed soul, disco, go-go, line dances, and the Lost 45s. So come with me as I take you on to a trip to the destination genre of black music right now on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Legal Shield is a proud sponsor of the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Have you been involved in any types of accidents? Have you been a victim of identity theft? Have you been a victim of a computer fraud scam? Have you been in disputes with your tenants or landlords? If your loved one dies and they didn't write up a will for you or for your family, or you and your spouse are filing for divorce, or if you need help by opening up your small business, give Legal Shield a try. Visit their website at LegalShield.com and tell them you heard it here on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Do it today. You'll be glad you did. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., creator and host of the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Hope you and your families had a Merry Christmas. And as you know, today is the first day of Kwanzaa, and it's also Boxing Day. And on this episode that I'm about to air, my guest is a lady that I've been trying to get on my podcast since last season of season 4. But we had a hard time getting on to the Riverside.fm link, and we had to reschedule it. And now I finally got a chance to interview her. And her name is Miss Karla Lynette. That's with a K, Arla. And she represents the country of Wales, which is the home of singer Tom Jones in the UK. Now, if you like the episode I'm about to air, please go to my YouTube homepage. Go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. And all you need to do is click to the subscribe button. And make sure you please give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment and please pass it on. And don't forget, to all of my Patreon supporters, please subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, because every donation helps me to continue with my podcast so that I continue to bring you black music stories which needs to be told and needs to be exposed. And here on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, I'm continuing to interview a diversity of singers who were influenced by soul music. Because on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, we're exploring the rhythm, history, and culture of black soul music, one artist at a time. And that's where rhythm meets history. So continue to subscribe and support my podcast. Go to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, and make sure you leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Please click the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. Please give me a thumbs up, and please pass it on. In the meantime, enjoy the episode. Happy Kwanzaa, happy Boxing Day, and we wish you a happy new year. Thank you. Welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and I have a special guest on my show, and it's a blue-eyed soul, white chocolate episode. And this lady that I'm about to introduce is a singer and songwriter, and she sings in different genres: pop, soft rock, country, and blue-eyed soul. She's an independent artist, and she has her own label. I got a chance to check out her song, Crazy Stupid Love, which is available on YouTube. And I got a chance to check out her new song, Wait a Minute, That song is also available on YouTube. And you can check out all of her other songs available right now on SoundCloud and Rebirth Nation. Please help me welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, ladies and gentlemen, representing the UK, Miss Karla Lynette. Hi, Karla. How are you?
I'm good. Great, thank you.
Welcome to my podcast. Glad to have you here. I've been trying to get you on here for a year for last season, but then
Yeah,
we had some problems with the Riverside.fm link. They have merged with Anchor.fm since 2024, and I know you had some problems. I know you were sad. I'm like, and I know I was, too.
yeah,
And I was looking forward to it, but I said, let's not give up. Let's
hmm
continue reaching out. And now the time is here. So,
yeah.
again, thank you so much for being here on my podcast.
No, you're welcome.
Alrighty. As I always say, America doesn't know who you are. The world doesn't know who you are. So I'm very delighted to have you here. So let us begin, shall we?
Yeah,
Now, where were you born?
me, I was born in South Wales in Abergavenny.
South Wales.
Yeah,
Okay. Is
that's
that
is Wales is because I know you have a South Wales in Australia as well. So this is
okay?
over in the UK, but it's like separated from London. We're like in a little small town, so it's called Wales.
Okay. Is that the home of singer Tom Jones?
It is, yes, yes. I'm
Okay.
Bonnie Tyler.
Oh, okay. Because I'm the Tom Jones that I knew that he had his own variety show back in the days before
Yeah,
your time,
yeah,
and it was imported. It was aired in syndication. So that was the
yeah,
Tom Jones that I knew.
yeah.
Now, were your parents in the music industry, or did they had regular 9 to 5 day jobs?
My dad was a regular steel worker, and my mum just had the odd day job here and there. And she used to sing, and she was more of a photographer. She did photography back in her day, so I get little tips from her. And my dad was just a crane driver in the steelworks.
And which high school did you go to?
My mum, she was from Tredegar originally, so I think she went to Glanawi.
Okay. And which college did you go to?
Me? Me go to?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I went to Edinvale College.
Okay. And what was your major in college?
I did a pop and rock group, which I took music and drama, and I also done a business course, which is for like a BTEC GMBQ intermediate business study. I did that in college. So later on, then I opened my own shop, and I haven't got my own shop anymore though, but that's what it did for me. And I just did music with the rest.
And how many siblings did you have?
I got two brothers and I have one sister. I also have a nephew, which I class as my brother because my mother raised him. So you could say three brothers.
And who did you want it to be when you grow up?
Me, I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be a big superstar. I wanted to copy my all my idols. I used to listen from old music to modern music. And one of my friends brought a little booklet thing over with all her posters in, and she was moving house, and she asked me could I mind them, and they were all of Madonna from the early 80s. And so I ended up plastering my bedroom walls with her. And then one day I was singing to her songs, and my friend said, "Oh, you sound like her a bit." I thought, "Oh, okay." So she inspired me a little then, and that's it. Just went from there.
Now, how old were you when you started singing and writing songs and playing musical instruments?
I would have said in my teens. I took interest when I was about 14, 15. And I did sing when my sister used to go around the clubs because she's a singer. And when she used to go to clubs and auditions, my mum used to take me with her. And they would just have her in the corner singing and doing videotapes, and I'd be singing in the corner while I'm watching her, and the guy would say, "Why don't you ask her to come up and sing with us?" And my mum was like, "No, she's too young, so maybe later on." But I copied everything what my sister done, so
Was being a singer and songwriter your calling?
I think I'm more of a writer than a singer. I think my talented is more of a creative person I am, so I would say, yes, calling is writing for me, and singing is just showing you how the song goes.
Now, when your parents listening to your singing, what was their reaction?
Well, my dad, he bought me a karaoke machine because he thought, great, keep her in the bedroom, don't let her out with boys. so, so he gave me a karaoke, and just, I would sing and they'd give me all the older tracks back in them days, and he didn't know I could sing like I could. And then I would go around, when we go on holidays, I would enter competitions and I would win the competitions for him, and they would have free holidays out of it. So I think my dad liked my voice.
Now, you have participated in the talent shows. How old were you when you participated in the talent shows?
I was about from the age of 14, 15, and I met Mike Doyle in one of them, which is he's quite famous over here. He got his own TV show. He did present, and he does Radio Wales and things like that as well. But I met him, and he was doing a competition down in Bridgend, so I had fun doing that. But when I was doing that, I was also doing other stuff as well, because I met a manager then, and he took me around singing, and I did shows as Madonna, because I was like impersonating her from the early 80s. So I did a couple of things.
Now, growing up, who was some of your favorite American singers besides Madonna?
Ah, um, I did like Beverly Knights. I still do, not did, I do. And I like the Beach Boys, I like the Beatles, B.B. King, I like the Rolling Stones. I like more rock bands than all the 60s and things like that. They inspired me more, especially on the writing side of things.
Okay. Now, on British radio, did
Yeah,
any of your favorite radio stations play some of your favorite American artists?
yeah, all the time. Yeah, yeah, all the time.
And who were your musical influences that had inspired you to sing? You mentioned Madonna, that
Yeah, there's
I've
a
seen a
couple.
couple of your music videos.
Yeah,
Who were some of
I
your others?
done Tammy Wynette, Dolly Parton, mostly country as well, because I did do country for a while. Um, Brenda Lee, mostly all the old type from like the 50s and 60s. I like Jackson 5. There's a lot, so yeah.
Now, you and your friends were at a club doing karaoke that you mentioned earlier, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you met your first manager. What was the name of your manager that took care of you?
Andrew South. Yeah.
Now, you have impersonated Madonna, have you mentioned earlier, and yes, I got a chance to check out a couple of your videos. While
Yeah.
you're performing on stage, was
Yeah.
Madonna one of your favorite singers in the 80s?
She was my sister's favorite singer and my best friend. She wasn't mine. I didn't really like and take interest into her until somebody said I sounded like her. So I didn't really know who she was. And when I checked it out then, I thought, oh, okay, maybe I do a little. And it just went from there. And I just did more shows and met my manager.
Now, you started to branch out some other music genres. You started getting into country music and singing cover songs or remake. You mentioned Dolly Parton, Brenda
Yeah,
Lee,
yeah,
and others.
yeah.
Was country music some of your favorite music as well?
Yeah, yeah. I love country music. My mum's got like a country voice as well. She sounds great when she sings country. She did like Patsy Cline and things like that. So mainly listening to my mum as well inspired me in country music. So yeah.
Now, you joined and you became a lead singer of a band that played rock and blues. What was the name of that
Yeah.
group where you were a lead singer
It
from?
was actually called Rock and Blues.
Oh, rock and blues?
Yeah, yes. Sorry, it was Rock, Stock and Blues.
Oh, okay. Now, and how long have you been with the band?
I was only with them for a short period of time. They did have a singer, and like I had kids, so I had to get back to the kids, and that's when I left my music back then. That was the last band I was in. But when I was with them, we did loads of shows. We done from Meatloaf, BB King, Tina Turner, and plus my original songs as well, because I would write for the band. So, and we also made CDs of them and went into the studios. So yeah, it was good fun when I was in the band.
Now, you performed at the BCM Country Music Awards. What
Yeah.
does BCM stands for?
It was the British Music Country Awards, and Alvin Stardust, he was the host, and he would host all the singers, and there was like famous singers there, and it was like all different ones from America, and it was independents there as well. It would be BBC radios there, and I had a little part there where my manager at the time, not Andrew South, I was with a woman manager called Melanie, and she got me in and she got me a part in the BCM. And I sang Miley Cyrus, The Climb. So yeah, it was fun, and I got to meet one of the best singers ever, Alvin Stardust.
Okay, well, now I've learned, I learned a lot. Now BCM stands for British Country Music. Because
Yeah,
here in the US,
yeah,
we have the CMA, which is the Country
yeah,
Music Association Awards,
yeah.
and we have the ACM, which is the Academy of Country
Right,
Music Awards. So now
right.
I'm just learning these
Yeah,
abbreviations because me
yeah,
growing up, I would never knew what those abbreviations stands for. Like today's society, when I look on social media, all
yeah,
those other things. So, I may not get into that one. Now, as an independent artist, you got a chance to sing and write and produce your own songs. How
yeah.
does it feel like being independent artist and have creative control?
Um, it feels good. I don't get me wrong. I would rather be on a label, but today you don't really need a label now. So, and I do everything myself. So it's like if I make a song or if I got my own studio to make my own songs. I sing. I am the instrument. I play instruments. So I write my own lyrics. So I'm literally everything. So, but it would be nice to sign with the label. But I am with AMG. I'm with Mark Berry. Um, and he puts my music into movies or whatever he does at the time or whatever's going on at the time. So I'm not exactly independent anymore. Only like if I wanted to go singing, but I'm more behind the scenes now. So like there's a lot of things that changed as well since a year.
Now, you've worked with many producers, including
Yeah,
Chris Flores. Who are some of the
yeah.
other producers that you have worked with?
I've worked with Daniel Angelo. He lives around by me. He actually plays the lead guitar for Spirit in the Sky. They had an it. Is it the Doc and the Medics on Medic and Docs? Doctor and Medics, that's it. And they had an it song back in I think the 80s, and it was called Spirit in the Sky. He plays for them. He's one of the producers that I met and I used to work with. And there's Chris Flores that you just mentioned. I did a song with him, a co-write with him. And there's a few others as well that's not really known or big named. But there's also Jeffrey Panzer as well. I did a song with him, which he was a video music producer. And yeah, just little bits here and there where I've met people going to studios, but the last couple of years I've been doing it myself, so but I'm still learning as well, so
Now, as I said in the intro, I got a chance to check out your music video called Crazy Stupid Love, and yes, I
yeah.
downloaded the song on iTunes on my computer.
Right.
Is that pop, country, or blue-eyed soul all blended into one?
I would say it is more pop, but I don't know. I want to be different, so I don't want my music sounding like anybody else's. So I might put a longer intro in it, or I might change it, and I might put a little spin to it because I want to be different. I don't want to sound like everybody else out there. So you could call it Carla's.
And also, I got a chance to check out another video that I checked out earlier. Wait a minute. So
All right. Yeah.
you kind of sound like Madonna. So
Yeah,
you
I'll
know,
say that. Can't escape her now.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
Now, who were some of the singers that you have collaborated or performed with so far?
There's a few out there. There's one guy that I always perform with, Jim Armstrong. He's a fantastic writer, fantastic, plays the guitar, and I do a lot of songs with him. We just done a few now. I done Black Magic with him, and I just done another one as well. And we just finished one as well. But there's others as well that I might just meet artists on the computer from platforms, and they might say, "Do you want to write and collaborate with me?" And I say, "Yeah, come on, and we'll just get a song together." That's how I met Jeffrey Panzer. So, and it's mostly on like things like Twitter and, well, they don't call it Twitter now, it's X. On places like that, and I just collaborate with whoever wants to collaborate, really.
Now, here's a question that I always ask my guests: living or dead, which performer that you wish you wanted to meet or to perform with?
Hmm, that's a good one. I think all mine are living, actually. I would like to do Elvis. Elvis, I used to listen to his stuff growing up and things like that. I used to sing his songs in the band. Um, yeah, it'd probably be Elvis. I do like his stuff.
Okay. Now, here on the Black Soul Music Experience, I always ask my guests who are the top 10 R&B black artists of all time. Now, since I have you, Karla, we're about
Yeah.
to do the Black Soul Music Experience top 10 R&B black and blue-eyed soul
Okay.
artists of all time. Now, here's how it works. We
Okay.
do it like a top 10 countdown, like the show, America's Top 10, hosted by the late Casey Kasem. We
Okay.
start at the bottom five. We will find out who was the best singer, but didn't get any recognition. In other
Right.
words, they were the best singer, but the record label that we were on didn't
Yeah.
market them or promote them
Right.
as they should.
Yeah.
And when we get to the top five, we will
Yeah.
find out who's the best million selling artist of all time. Did that artist had those top 10 number one hits? Did that artist receive a gold or a platinum or a double platinum or triple platinum or
Right.
today's platinum? Did
Right.
that artist receive a Grammy or an American Music Award or an MTV VMA Award or a
Yeah.
Soul Train Music Award or a BET Award? Did that artist got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Did
Yeah.
that artist perform on American Bandstand or Soul Train or the
Right.
Midnight Special or NBC's Saturday Night Live or Solid Gold? Or did they had their music video premiered, whether it was aired on BET or MTV or VH1 or any of those local shows across the country or in the UK?
Yeah.
Or did they had their own primetime special, whether it was CBS or NBC or
Yeah.
ABC or the BBC,
Yeah.
Or whether they had that special on PBS, whether it's Great Performances, or that they had that special airing during Pledge Month, or did they had that live concert special, whether it's on HBO or Showtime. So,
Right.
Karla, are you ready to take the challenge?
Oh God. Okay, go on then.
And if you get stuck, I'll help you out, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna get stuck.
Okay. Who should be at number 10?
Who should be at number 10? Diana Ross?
Okay, Diana Ross. Started her with the lead singer of the Supremes from its inception back
Yeah.
in 1963. And she
Okay.
was there until she left the group and went on her own, had her own solo debut, self-titled LP, Diana Ross. The number one song, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It was the first one that was like 6 minutes long. And yes, the song was written and produced by Ashford and Simpson. It was originally written for Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. When it got to Diana Ross's hands, they started to twist it a bit, and
Yeah.
they do like a little song or rap in between and get the music flowing. So yes, it was the first time they did it, the 6 minute version, and it was number one on Billboard's Hot 100 Pop Singles charts, and also number one on Billboard's Soul Singles charts. She had other hits, including Touch Me in the Morning, Love Hangover, Upside Down, I'm
Yeah.
Coming Out, The Boss, just to name a few. She made her acting debut in 1972 with the movie Lady Sings the Blues. She was nominated for an Oscar for Best Actress, but lost to actress and singer Liza Minnelli. She was into other movies, including Mahogany and the movie version of The Wiz. On television, she had her TV specials. One was Diana, aired on ABC in 1971. Guest was the Jackson 5, Danny Thomas and Bill Cosby. And she had another special on CBS called Diana, aired back in March of 1981. Guests were Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, and Larry Hagman. So we'll put Diana Ross at number 10. Who should be at number 9?
It's further down, actually.
Madonna? Okay, yes, we'll put Madonna at number 9, the Material Girl, representing Bay City and Detroit, Michigan. She made her debut back in 1982 with a song called Everybody. When I first heard the song on black radio in the NYC on
Yeah.
WBLS back in November 1982, the late Frankie Crocker played that song, and it was sounding like, oh, she almost sounded like Tina Marie. But then when I found out who she was, when I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and I said, oh, that's Madonna. She's known for all of the dressing and everything,
Yeah.
those bracelets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can tell you, all of my classmates, all the ladies in my class, they were all dressing up like Madonna. And she had some other string of hits, including Holiday,
Yeah.
Borderline, and her next songs in 1984, Like a Virgin, from her LP Like a Virgin. Had some
Yeah.
other hits, including Shanghai Paradise, and other hits. Got into the late 80s with Like a Prayer and Respect Yourself and
Yeah.
Cherish. Got into 1990 with her song Vogue, that's from the movie Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Other hits have followed back in the 90s, and she'll be best remembered for doing that book called Sex, and that was from the LP Erotica. And
Right.
let me tell you, most of her music videos almost got aired,
Yeah.
for censorship, because most of her music videos almost got censored.
Yeah.
So she made her acting debut with Desperately Seeking Susan, Shanghai Paradise, and also the movie version of Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
And yes, on television, she was the musical guest and guest host on NBC Saturday Night Live back in September of 1985. And she'd be best known for some of her controversial music videos, including the one Justify My Love. Although it didn't get aired on MTV or any of the other channels, but they had that special VHS tape. You had to get it at the record store, and you had to play it on VHS and see it for yourself. So, hands down.
Yeah.
So we put the Material Girl, singer, songwriter, actress, founder of the Maverick Record Company, and yes, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the class of 2008. We'll put Madonna at number 9.
Okay.
Who should be at number 8?
Okay. B.B. King?
The king of the blues,
Yeah.
the late B.B. King, and his guitar, Lucille.
Yeah.
Yes, he had a string of hits, but not as much popularity. He's known as the king of the blues. And back in the 70s, when black radio started playing his songs, when he did a little crossover to some R&B and soul, he had some hits including Ain't Nobody Home, The Thrill Is Gone, I Like to Live the Love, Philadelphia, Friends, just to name a few. And then by the 80s, not that much hits, but he'll be best known for collaborations, teaming up with Eric Clapton. He'll be best known for that because Eric Clapton was influenced by B.B. King. So he's known for all those hits back in the 70s. We got into the 80s, not that much. And one time, he had his own restaurant called B.B. King's.
Yeah.
That was
Wow, I
in the
didn't know that.
NYC.
Yeah.
And yes, he made some acting debuts. He was in the movie called Spies Like Us with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd. And also the Blues Brothers 2000 and 1998 with appearances by the late Aretha Franklin, the late Isaac Hayes, the late James Brown, Coco Taylor, Steve Winwood, and Dr. John, just to name a few. And yes, he'll be best remembered for other ones, including he appeared on an episode of Sanford and Son, aired on NBC back in 1976-77 season. So we'll put B.B. King at number 8. Who should be at number 7?
What about Cher?
Cher?
Yeah, and Sunny.
Okay, yes, we'll put Sonny and Cher. You know, they're known for their hits. The Beat Goes On, I Got You, Babe, you know, for their top 10 hits. But after, when Sonny and Cher were divorced, Cher went on her own. She had some of her number 1 hits, including Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, Dark Lady, Half Breed, and later in the 80s, she would be some acting. She was in the movies, including Silkwood and Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean, Witches of Eastwick, and Moonstruck, which she won her an Oscar for Best Actress. And when I was watching the Oscars, she was wearing that black feathered thing. You can almost see her, you know what, but you know she got to cover it up because you know it was on ABC. It wasn't on no cable or anything like that.
Yeah.
So she'll be best known for that, but she'll be best remembered for changing wigs. I was watching that concert special on HBO, and like one time she was wearing the gray wig, and then another one, the blue light wig, and I was like, come on, Cher, what you doing? But she kept up with the times. You know, she had some hits back in the 90s, including that song, Do You Believe in Love After Love? That was a top 10 hit played in the dance clubs. So we'll give Cher her flowers and everything. So we'll put Cher at number 7. Who should be at number 6?
Tina Turner and Ike.
Yes, Ike and Tina Turner. Yep, they made their debut back in the late 50s and 60s. They'll be best known for the remake of that song, Proud Mary. So when they start doing the intro, we're going to do it nice and soft and easy. And then we get to the finish, we're going to play it nice and rough. So they'll be best known for that. They had some other songs during
Yeah.
the 70s, but not that much
Yeah.
popular. But they had the song that was called Nutbush City Limits,
Yeah.
and they're doing a remake of Oh My and River Deep Mountain High. But
Yeah.
when Ike and Tina had filed for divorce, Tina Turner had reinvented herself. And when I first saw that big hair, I mean big, funky hair, and it was like she reinvented herself. And when
Yeah.
she got into the 80s, she wanted to change up. She don't want to sing those bluesy R&B songs no more. She wanted to be some happy songs.
Yeah.
So that's why she got into the pop and soft rock world
Yeah.
with her LP called Private Dancer. She had 2 hits, including the remake of Al Green's Let's Stay Together. And then by the summer of 1984, the #1 hit, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
#1 on Billboard's Hot 100 Pop Singles charts back in September of 1984. For 3 weeks, she won a Grammy Award for Best R&B Song and Best Pop Vocal.
Yeah.
And it was a long way for Tina Turner. She had some other hits back in the late 80s and mid 90s, but nothing couldn't compare to that major million selling hit.
Yeah.
So she got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, back in the late 90s and then in 2021 on solo. So rest in peace to the queen of rock and soul, Tina Turner, at #6. Who should be at #5?
Um, Brenda Lee Jackson.
Country singer Brenda
Yeah.
Lee, known for its rockabilly, that was they would
Yeah.
call it back then. She'll be best known for her hits including I'm Sorry,
Yes.
So Sorry, Please do accept my apologies. She'll be best known for her hit I'm Sorry and her country Christmas song Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree and the Happy Holiday.
My mom's
She'll be
favorite
best known. She'll be best known for that Christmas song. Best airplay songs ever. So she had some hits back in the 60s and early 70s. So we'll put Brenda Lee at #5. Who should be at #4?
Michael Jackson, King Rock and Roll.
Yes,
No, it's
the
not rock and
king,
roll, is he? What was
the
he?
king of pop.
Pop. Yeah, pop.
Yes, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, made his debut back in 1969 with his brothers, the Jackson 5. Their debut song, I Want You Back, in 1969 became #1 back in January of 1970. They had other hits including ABC, The Love You Save, Never Can Say Goodbye, Dancing Machine, Looking Through the Windows. And then by 1976, they left Motown and went over to CBS Records.
Yeah.
So it was just Michael, Marlon, Jackie, and Tito, and Randy.
Right.
So Jermaine was still at Motown. So they had their summer series on CBS back in 1976 for 2 seasons. And they brought along their sisters with them, LaToya, Rebe, and Janet. So Michael has been doing a string of hits with the LP, The Jacksons, calling Enjoy Yourself. And then Michael had some solo LPs. He had 2 solo LPs with Motown, with Got to Be There, and also Forever Young with Include the Hits, Just a Little Bit of You. And then on CBS Records, teamed up with Quincy Jones with LPs including Off the Wall, with his hits Don't Stop Till You Get Enough and Off the Wall, and Rock With You. And then his million-seller hit, LP Thriller, million-seller.
Yeah.
Millions of copies. He had hits including You Wanna Be Starving Something, and also The Girl Is Mine with Paul McCartney, Thriller, and Beat It, and Billie Jean, #1 on Billboard's R&B Black Singles charts back in the spring of 1983 for 10 weeks.
Wow.
And He performed the song Billie Jean on the Motown's 25th anniversary special on NBC back in May 1984. You would never know. He did the moonwalk and
Yeah.
everything. The whole audiences was struck. It was Michael's night, the highest rated episode special ever. And yes, at the American Music Awards back on January 16, 1984, he swept the night. He got all awards for best pop, best R&B soul, best
Yeah.
music video. He won an award of merit. That was his night. And he had some other LPs, including Bad,
Yeah.
another one produced by Quincy Jones. I saw the music video with an upcoming actor, Wesley Snipes. They filmed that music video in New York City's Bed-Stuy section of Brooklyn. 15 minutes. And his other LP, Dangerous, had that music video, black and white. That was
Yeah.
aired on Fox with cameo appearances by George Wendt, Tess Harper, and Macaulay Culkin. 15 minutes. And yeah, they've shown the one with the, but when they got to the music video channels, they had to tone it down. So,
Right.
yep, that was Michael. And then his second song, Remember the Time, that was also from his LP Dangerous. Another 15 minutes. That too was aired on Fox. And they had cameo appearances by Iman, Eddie Murphy, and Magic Johnson. 15 minutes, directed by the late John Singleton.
Yeah.
It was successful. So, hands down to Michael Jackson.
Wow.
He had won Grammys, American Music Awards, been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, one with his brothers in 1997 and on solo in 2001. His last song was called This Is It. It was his concert movie
Yeah.
and everything. So rest in peace to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. Who should be at number 3?
Number 3. Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, yes, representing Canada. Celine Dion, she made her debut back in 1990 with her song Where Does My Heart Beat Now?
That's right.
And she had some other hits, oh my goodness, including The Power of Love,
Yeah,
and
like-
also some other hits. And she'll be best remembered for that song, the theme from Titanic, My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah.
So she'll be best known for that. So we'll put Celine Dion at number 3. Who should be at number 2?
Beverly Knights.
Ah, Beverly Knights.
Yeah, it's one of my
Okay.
favorites.
Oh, okay. So we'll put Beverly Knights at number 2. All right, who should be at number 1?
Based on his songwriting and things like that, I would say Elton John.
Ah, yes, Sir Elton John
Yeah.
made his debut back in 1971 with his debut hit, Your Song. He had some string of number 1 hits, including Crocodile Rock, Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, and a duet with Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. His other tunes, including Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. That's one of my favorite love
Yeah.
ballads of 1976. And he had some other songs, including Baby's Got Blue Eyes. And then his other one called Sad Songs. And yes, he'd be best known for songwriting, singing, everything. So
Yeah.
when I first saw Elton John, he'd be known for his big glasses and all the flamboyant wardrobes that he'd be wearing. I've seen them on many variety shows, including Cher on CBS and The Muppet Show in
Oh, yeah.
syndication. And yes, for the first time, he did the duet with Eminem on the Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
So never know what's going to be happening next. So we'll put Sir Elton John at number 1. So there we have it, the Black Soul Music Experience Top 10 R&B Black and Blue-Eyed Soul Artists of All Time. Well, Karla, thank you so much for being here on the
It was
Black
a
Soul
pleasure.
Music Experience podcast. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and most importantly, it's been a long
Oh,
time.
I know. A very long time.
Yes, so we
It's
finally
brilliant.
got a chance to
Yeah.
interview you. Thank you so much for
No,
taking the
thank
time
you
out
for
to be with
having
me.
me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brilliant. You're
Now,
welcome.
before we go, where can we follow you on social media?
Um, you can go to my SoundClouds, which is Karla Lynette. Trying to think myself now, because it's been changed. And you can also go to my Reverb Nation and Spotify. I have got a website coming out of my own soon, so because I did have one, but that's actually gone now. Um, there's a few new, like you can go onto YouTube as well, because I'll have music videos coming on there, and that's where I'm got my new song going on as well. There's Freeze, there's iTunes, so many. It's just every major platform I'm on. Just Google my name and just I'll come up.
Alrighty. Download all the artists that we have talked about on this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Visit iTunes.com, Spotify.com, or purchase a CD at Amazon.com. Make sure you follow Karla Lynette. Look for
Yeah,
her songs available now on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation,
yeah,
Spotify, iTunes, and check out all of her videos, which is
yeah,
available right now on YouTube.
yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out this episode, please subscribe to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast and look for me on these 5 platforms. Look for me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast. And the link is riverside.fm/studio/Samuel-Wilson Jr.'s studio. And if you have a hard time getting on, then please become a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. All you need to do is put in your email address and your password. And when you get to the Patreon homepage, you'll see all of the Patreon shows done by different creators. When you go to the top search box, make sure you type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, where you can check out all of my audio and video podcast episodes and the video podcast clips that you may have missed. And if you have a hard time getting on the Patreon, then I will be posting this episode on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. If you like this episode, if you love my podcast, please subscribe, please support, please give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment, and please pass it on. Thank you for joining me as I close out this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience.
Well, that's about it for this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week for an all-new episode. The Black Soul Music Experience podcast is sponsored by the support of listeners and viewers like you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Look for my podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. And don't forget the link. The link is riverside.fm/studio/Samuel-Wilson Jr.'s studio. And don't forget to check out my audio and video podcast episodes by becoming a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And please check out my video podcast episodes by subscribing to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And please leave your comments, feedbacks, and replies by going to my Facebook homepage. Go to facebook.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. You can also tweet me on X, aka Twitter, at Sam Wilson Jr. 66, and follow me on Instagram at SAMM.Y2980. As always, partying, remember this: reach for the top, and your dreams will come true, and it can happen to you. From all of us, take care. God bless. Thanks for listening. Have a good week, and please be safe.